Hello and welcome to News Now on iBrandTV. My name is Bennett Joseph and here are the stories making headlines at this hour. The Minister of Information and Culture, Mr. Lai Mohammed, has said that some foreign entities were being used to frustrate the country's efforts to deal with the Boko Haram menace. He alleged that threats of sanctions and other unwholesome tactics being used to threaten and demoralize the nation's military and security services only go to serve the interest of terrorists and further put Nigeria's security in jeopardy. Mr. Lai Mohammed said this at a media briefing in Lagos earlier on Monday. Meanwhile, former Nigerian Finance Minister Dr. OKONJO-IWEALA has said Nigeria lost a bright star with the death of UNILAG's former Vice-Chancellor Professor Adeniyi Adebayo. Dr. OKONJO-IWEALA, who is the leading candidate for the job of the Director General of the World Trade Organization, made this known via her Twitter handle. She said, quote, "I am deeply saddened that we have lost one of Nigeria's brightest stars, my brother, Professor Adebayo, to COVID-19. Deepest condolences to his family and to Nigeria." The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, described the former Chancellor's death as a rude shock to the university's community. Also, the Special Public Works Program of the federal government is set to kick off across the country. After several deferrals, the program, which aims to engage 774,000 unemployed Nigerians, is set to commence later this week. The Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Mr. Festus Keyamo, announced the takeoff date for the program earlier in the week via his verified Twitter handle. Keyamo, who is also a senior advocate of Nigeria, noted that the announcement followed the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari, adding that all structures of the National Directorate of Employment in all the states were ready for the commencement of the program. Meanwhile, in business, the federal government wants more micro, small and medium-scale businesses to participate in its 75 billion naira economic recovery and stimulus program in order to grow their respective businesses. Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment Adeniyi Adebayo has urged MSMEs to take advantage of the program, which he said was geared at moderating the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses nationwide. Mr. Adebayo outlined the economic stimulus program to include the 15 billion naira Guaranteed Offtake Scheme, the 50 billion naira MSME Survival Fund, and the 10 billion naira MSME Survival Fund for transport workers. The minister disclosed this in Ekiti State through his aide, Idowu Adeniyi, specifically urging small business owners in the state to take advantage of the program. Meanwhile, the international oil benchmark Brent crude tumbled on Monday after hitting a record high of $53 ahead of the meeting of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies. OPEC and its allies, a group known as OPEC Plus, met on Monday but ended discussions without any agreement on production levels for February. The market declined despite expectations that OPEC would hold off on increasing output in February and optimism over a vaccine-driven economic recovery, according to reports. Brent, against which Nigeria's oil is priced, rose by 3.6% earlier on Monday to $53 per barrel, its highest since March of 2020, but fell to $51 per barrel as of 8:30 p.m. on Monday, Nigeria time. And on the foreign scene, Rwanda has banned movements in and out of the capital, Kigali, and extended an evening curfew for another 3 weeks amid a deadly second wave of the coronavirus. Rwanda, which in March last year was one of the first countries in Africa to impose strict lockdowns, has registered 105 deaths from the COVID-19 pandemic. Half of them recorded in December alone. The Prime Minister's office released a statement ordering the new measures effective on Tuesday and for the next 15 days. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin and German Chancellor Angela Merkel are in talks over the possibility of jointly producing coronavirus vaccines, according to European reports. The two leaders are also said to be in discussion over the settlement of the conflict between Kiev and pro-Russian separatist forces in eastern Ukraine that has largely remained at a standstill since peace accords were signed in 2015. Meanwhile, in sports, the National Football Federation, NFF, have asked the Confederation of African Football, CAF, to suspend and possibly relocate the Confederations Cup first round leg involving Nigerian club Rivers United and Celtic of South Africa. The NFF said the request followed the refusal of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control to step down on some of its COVID-19 protocols, such as the quarantine period for South African contingent. And that's all we take at this hour on News Now on iBrandTV. For more news stories, do visit our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like and follow all of our social media platforms. I'm Bennett Joseph, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.